Well, slap my ass and call me Mario. Nintendo finally released their new system. Nintendo NX is now known as Nintendo Switch. The name is kind of. It's whatever. I don't really care too much about the name. However, I do think it has a lot of potential. I've noticed Nintendo has opened up their doors to third parties again, finally. And the names that I saw for the most part were pretty good. We have Konami, Bethesda, just to name a couple that people are familiar with. And they do have their DNA, or however the hell you pronounce their mobile unit that makes their games. They're also going to be developing games for the Switch/NX. I'm just going to call it the Switch now because that's what it's going to be known as. My first impressions on the console. As a person that loves handheld gaming pretty much above all else, because it just fits my lifestyle better, I love the concept. My husband is almost always playing his Xbox, and we like to be in the same room together, but I don't like playing Xbox that much. So now I can play my Nintendo dedicated, or I can dedicate my time to my Nintendo, he can dedicate his time to the Xbox. And more so than the Wii U, because the Wii U, certain games, matter of fact, most of the games that I wanted to play, you actually had to have the TV. So, now that's not an issue. However, I'm a clumsy bitch, and while I do always try to keep my handhelds in my purse, or in a pocket, or in a case, they fall. And the detachable controllers and the huge and very fragile screen scare me. So I'm going to invest in some very thick padding, screen protectors, and all of that to minimize it even more. This is definitely not a console geared for kids, simply based on the make of it alone. I don't see how many children, at least younger children, are going to be able to play this and the parents not biting their nails, worrying if it's going to be broken the day they buy it or not. I like the fact that it's a cartridge-based system. I know all of you are like, what the hell are you talking about? But cartridges have their benefits. Less loading time. Storage on it is quite vast now and pretty cheap. I know it's going to be Nintendo's proprietary carts, but in theory, they should be able to hold quite a bit of data. So that doesn't bother me at all, doesn't scare me at all. I'm kind of hoping the fact that it is going to take cartridges, that it might be 3DS backwards compatible, but I'm not holding my breath for that. I would like to be able to see it possible to transfer all of my Wii U games over onto the Switch through the use of my Nintendo ID, so I don't have to repurchase anything. But right now, the details are very murky. Nobody knows a lot yet. So we'll see. Am I going to be a day one adopter? Probably not. I'm going to be honest with you. I love Nintendo. I mean, if you look behind me, it's 99% Nintendo. But I don't know if I'm going to be a day one adopter with this. Unless it comes out with a Pokemon game, then I kind of have no choice because I'm a slave to Pokemon. But I want to see how it feels in my hand first, before I make any solid decisions. I think demo units are going to stores in February, so I'm hopefully going to be able to hold it, see if it's too big or too small for my hands, if it's just comfortable or uncomfortable in general to hold, whether it's the size or not. And I want to be able to hold the at-home controllers too. The Pro look-alike controller looked like a bad Ouya controller, and then some. So that one, I'm not too sure. If I can use my old controllers for the Wii U, like the Wii U Pro controller, with the Switch at home, that's awesome. I have no problem with that. That pretty much sells it to me and seals the deal. I think I'm probably going to wait a couple months, see how everything goes, see what games are lined up for it. The Mario game has me excited. The fact that there is a Pokemon game confirmed for it has me excited. But it's not day one as far as I know, so I'm not going to jump on it day one. Price point, there's rumors going around that it's going to be around $300 for like the base set. But I don't know. We'll see about that. Something tells me it's going to be closer to like $350. But again, Nintendo is full of surprises. I wasn't expecting them to come out this morning with a video of it. When I heard news of it last night, I pretty much lost my shit, for lack of a better word. So everyone who's watching, whether you're a subscriber or not, I'd love to hear your comments. What do you think about the new console? Do you think it's going to be a flop? Do you think it's going to be a success? Are you buying it day one? Are you going to wait? Yeah, just let me know. I like a good discussion, as long as you keep it civil. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention. I believe I saw Review Tech USA did a video on it about a rumor that Nintendo bought out Morpheus X something or another. It's actually pretty much a clone of the Nintendo Switch. It's a tablet with detachable side controllers, and it looks eerily like the NX, or the Switch, but it was around before the NX/Switch was a gleam in Nintendo's eye, I think. So I guess that's where they got some of their inspiration. But it does look a lot more polished than the Morpheus X tablet. If you're interested in knowing what that is, I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out for yourself. And I'll put the proper name for it too. But I think that's pretty much it. My phone's ringing. I hope everyone has an awesome day. I want to hear everyone's thoughts about this, and I really hope Nintendo gives us what we want to hear. And for me, that's just information. So, till next time, guys, take care.